Well, how's it going, everyone? You guys already know that Concord has shut down, and of course, all the loser, soy boy, feminist, idiot, retarded feminist bitches are gonna lose their mind because they think that this game went down because of racism and bigotry. When in reality, nobody wants this gay, they, them, ugly ass characters in their game. Make attractive characters, make a fun game, don't attack your audience, and then people will give you money. It's not that complicated, but we have some posts to read from the Steam community page for the game. And this one says, racist bigotry won again. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Does your day feel a little bit better knowing a great developer comprised of hard-working folks is going to likely be shut down over this? I mean, we are kind of satisfied because it's funny, it's so predictable, and this is so avoidable. Why are you calling them a great developer? If they were a great developer, they would have made a great game in the first place and they wouldn't be shut down. They do not work hard. You call them hard-working folks. If they would have worked hard, they would have done a better job. Why did this game take 8 years to develop? Does that make sense to you? Does that sound like a hard-working team? No, that sounds like a team that was given way too much time and money, and they were lazy for majority of the time, because I don't see why a game like this would take 8 years to make. And $100 million. Like, what the fuck are you talking about working hard? They didn't work at all. That's the problem. So yeah, we are satisfied because this gay-ass game should have never been made in the first place. Whatever, let's continue. All because you can't whack off to ugly oh my god, this bitch really said this shit. You can't whack off to ugly character design and cry about woke games all the time. That is such a retarded way to describe what we're complaining about. Developers all across the industry are purposely going out of their way to make women ugly. Nobody actually jacks off to video games. That's so retarded. Like, who genuinely does that? That's just such a retarded way of like dismissing any genuine criticism. You're not gonna gaslight us. I can show plenty of examples on the screen of developers going out of their way and just recording a face model for the character, the woman that does the facial features and the voice acting, and then just going out of the way to make them look ugly. I can show examples of women being ugly within the same franchise. Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man 2 Mary Jane is ugly. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody whacks off to video game characters. I think that's weird if you even whack off to dirty videos of cartoons. Like, this is such a retarded way of dismissing the argument. You're just a dumb little bitch that is mad because his nasty gay ass game didn't succeed. But let's continue reading. Get the memo. This game wasn't for you in the first place. Now a decent shooter with fresh ideas in a boring free-to-play market is going to die. Does that make you happy? You are what's wrong with this industry, and because of you, Sony might see this and think PC isn't worth investing in money in for future games. Hope you're satisfied. Well, I don't know what the fuck you mean by that at the end of the statement. Sony has been porting over their games for a while now. They poured over Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, both Horizon games, both God of War reboot games, Uncharted 4, The Last of Us. So I don't know what you mean by that. This is a new IP. This has nothing to do with Sony supporting PC. And I'm pretty sure at some point Spider-Man 2 is gonna come out. It's not out at the time of this recording. So you just sound fucking stupid. You also said that this game isn't for you. Then who is it for then? The 1% of they, them, fake women, pretender genders, homosexuals that don't even play games like that, the Twitter furries, the people who stand for everything gay but never support anything gay, never pay for anything? Is that who the game is for? Because clearly they didn't turn out. That's what makes you so fucking dumb. These nasty homosexuals are literally a small percentage in general, not even just talking about gaming. So if this game wasn't for us, which I don't know what you mean by us, you mean general gamers, people who are fans of the FPS genre, I'm not entirely sure. If this game wasn't for us, then why wasn't the people who the game was pandering to actually buy the game? Wow, why don't you go get mad at those fucking homos? And plus, we are not the ones that is wrong with the industry. We are not the people ruining the industry. We are people who invested tens of thousands of dollars over decades and decades into this industry. That's what we're passionate about it. That's why we don't like this current direction that games are going in. Why don't you pander to the actual groups who've been supporting you for decades? Stop pandering to a new audience and thinking you could just ignore the main audience you already built. I guarantee this bitch didn't play video games her whole life, like a lot of us men. And no, it's not 50-50. Stop with the bullshit. I'll show the Capcom statistic right here. The 50-50 logic is fake. Women dominate mobile games, men dominate video games, like console and PC, because that's what people think of when they think of video games. And she added in an edit as well that says, well, congratulations, the game is shutting down completely. Hope you miserable gamers are happy. Well, you sound extremely angry and miserable because we didn't like the game. So why are you so angry and just calling people racist and bigots? No, maybe the game is just ugly and looks like shit. And now you have disingenuous arguments just playing the bigotry card and saying we whack off to the video game characters. I didn't know that the first part of this post was posted before the game got shut down completely. Obviously, I should have looked at the date, but who gives a fuck? She's mad again because the game is dead. So women like this can stay mad, they can fuck off. You are not the majority of gamers, and let's look at another post. And this one says, Hate 1. I spent 35 hours on this wonderful, unique hero shooter. It's not unique at all, it's just a ripoff of Overwatch. 35 hours I'll never forget. I love planning on spending 350 hours more with my free gunner pals. But no, the anti-woke mob struck again. You took this game from me and I'm mad as hell. But we didn't do anything. We simply just didn't buy the game. Why are you getting mad at us? Where's your crowd that should have bought the game that would have kept the game alive in the first place? How is we not just buying the game affecting you in whatsoever? Nobody's entitled to our money. We have the right to not give a company our money. So we didn't do anything. Blame Sony. Blame Sony for actually shutting down the game. I wasn't expecting that. Nobody was expecting that. Even if the game wasn't even making any money, I would just assume they would just keep it up for like a year. But no, they were so embarrassed by it, they got rid of the game in less than 2 weeks. So we didn't do shit. And this is the point that I was trying to make before. Why isn't the people that they are trying to pander to actually showing up and giving them the money? This game wouldn't have been shut down if these weirdo, queerdo homosexuals actually bought the game. But you're mad at people who choose not to buy the game? How does that make any sense? It doesn't. That's called capitalism, motherfucker. Stop getting mad at us. Why don't you just make a good game? Not you, the developers. Why don't the developers just make a good game? And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Why don't you stop pandering? Why don't these developers get out of their bubble? They all live in these goddamn California cities like San Francisco, whatever else city in that nasty, disgusting, liberal trash state. They are the problem because they are out of touch with the rest of society. They genuinely believe this is what people want. They think this is what most people want. Not even just talking about gay people or anything like that. Or any LGBTGG, whatever stupid letters. There's like a billion of them now. It's like 50 trillion genders. It's so retarded. These people are mentally ill. They found out the hard way, and now your game has been shut down less than 2 weeks after its release, and Sony thought this was gonna be a banger. They fucked around and found out. Sony's been getting gayer and gayer and gayer ever since they moved to California. That company's culture entirely changed. And I doubt they're going to learn their lesson anytime soon. And I doubt the gaming industry as a whole is going to learn their lesson. And this isn't going to be the billion-dollar franchise that Sony was expecting. They had controllers lined up, they had advertisements, and now it failed. So Sony and Concord and all these losers getting offended and mad at us for not buying the game, go fuck yourself.